Right, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I hope you are well, wherever you are, whatever the time. And welcome back to another episode of Why Not Me. I have literally just woken up. It is about 6 a.m. this morning. And you know the ones where you wake up with a sore throat. You think you're going to have a good day and then you wake up with a sore throat. I did actually have planned to have filmed my push day from yesterday. Got to the gym with my camera, with the setup, all good to go. Clicked the camera open and it said no SD card. So that's fantastic. Today, we're going to go a little bit, we're going to wing it a little bit in terms of what I'm going to film. It's just going to basically be a day in the life / full day of eating today. And I thought I'd also show you a little bit more into what my current morning routine is for me getting ready for my contest season. At the minute, I am 7 weeks out. So things are getting spicy in terms of condition, in terms of how hard we're pushing. This morning, and something that I've been doing a lot more regularly since getting closer to the show, is posing. So first thing in the morning, getting myself set up, posing, going through a couple of rounds, holding each pose for between 5 and 7 seconds. Having this frequency of posing is only going to help me get better at posing. It's only going to improve my posing endurance. And it can almost act as a little bit of, I don't want to say cardio, but it is kind of a bit of expenditure. It's tough, it's difficult to pose and hold those poses, especially in the morning when you haven't had any water, any food. You've literally just got up. So posing is the first thing. I'll usually come into the office, get myself set up. You'll see, I'll show you just now that I have a black backdrop. I think if you're a competitive bodybuilder, that is an essential part of your setup, especially if you are traveling for shows. If you can take that with you, it allows your setup to be pretty consistent. So I've got a black backdrop that I picked up from Amazon. It was about around 50 quid, I think. I've then got a tripod, obviously, and then I've also got a light, an LED light. You can use something like a ring light. Again, if you're somewhere where light isn't very consistent, you can't get consistent natural lighting like the UK, then using something like an LED light or a ring light is perfect because it keeps your lighting consistent. Again, if you're traveling for shows or going to hotels, Airbnbs, you can take that with you and just set it up and give yourself consistent lighting for your check-ins, which, if you want an accurate assessment of your physique, is kind of important. So those things are really important. You can also use something called Lens Buddy. It has been really useful for check-ins. I don't use it all the time. I typically video myself, but I also think it's useful to help practice holding poses. So with Lens Buddy, you can basically set a timer for it to take a photo every 15 seconds. So I'll get into a pose, hold, it will take a photo, and it will wait 15 seconds until it takes the next automatic photo. So within that time, I've got to get into my pose and hold it. And yeah, it's perfect because it works on that timing, not my own timing. I think it's very easy for me to have a clicker or screenshot the photos of where I look best, but that's not how it's going to work on show day. On show day, the judges are going to look at you in a snapshot and you might not be ready. So this app almost prepares you to be ready for posing on stage. So yeah, that's the first thing that's going down this morning. Get my posing done and then I'll head downstairs to get on with the next bit of my day. That's the posing done. That is my teeth brushed and my face washed. It's now time to make a list for the day. If you're already subscribed, which if you're not, you should be, but I've said before that physical lists are the way. Handwrite your lists. I feel like it does something psychologically. I think writing lists on your phone, it's just inferior. I feel like if you can physically write something down, take it off as you go about your day, it's just so much more rewarding. But as you can see, I've got to do my cardio. That'll be up next. So once I've wrote my list, I'll then basically get my coffee prepared, which luckily we got treated to some nice coffee from Bryony's mum over my birthday that happened earlier this week. So we'll have some coffee this morning and then we'll also hydrate. I use, in fact, let me show you. So I use this. So before I have my coffee, I'll have 600 ml of water. I'll then have my coffee, and then probably before I do my cardio, I'll then have another 400 ml. So I'll have a litre just before my cardio. After cardio, I'll drink again, and I'll probably have about 500 ml. That takes me to 1.5 litres, and it's not even 7:30. If you are struggling with water intake, as soon as you get up, before you do anything else downstairs in your kitchen, take in water, down some water. It's going to help you get hydrated and start the day right. Especially if I'm training, right? If I take in a litre before I train, before my first meal, I then train and I have 2 litres whilst I train in the morning. By the time it's got to 10, 11 a.m., I've had 3 litres of water. Water, get it in early. So as I said, I have my water, coffee, wait for a little bit, and I'll jump on my elliptical machine, cross trainer, whatever you want to call it, and do some cardio, watch some Andor, of course, and then we'll go into mobility, get ready. And you'll also would have seen on there, we've got the food shop today. Typically that's on a Friday, but because yesterday we were out with family, we had to change things around a little bit. So today is actually going to be our food shop day. And then really for the rest of the day, I'm going to be working, getting into setting up a client, potentially 2 today, getting into some check-ins and also social media content. See you in a bit. All right, that is cardio done. We're about to food shop. Say hi.
That looks awful. Can you help it?
See?
Hi. That's better.
Bit feeble. All right, yeah, food shop. Just done cardio, which is obviously a good opportunity for me to get back to clients that sent over messages overnight and go over some form clips. I've also decided that I'm not going to go to the gym for a few days, 2 or 3 days, because doing that cardio, I don't feel any better. It almost made me feel a little bit worse. So I thought, when you wake up a little bit unwell and you're like, I'll probably get better once I start moving. Yeah, I just feel a little bit worse. So I'll probably take a couple of days off from training. And yeah, just chill, focus on recovering. We normally spend about £100 every single week. Yeah, normally £100. Although the past couple of weeks has been a little bit over, I think. But yeah, it's normally around that price, which honestly isn't too bad. I think it's because we pretty much stick to single ingredient foods for the most part. And we also go to Aldi as well. So yeah, although we also go to Sainsbury's sometimes. But yeah, only for a couple of things. So yeah, the objective today is £100. It has to be £100. I'll see you there. So I think that is all of our produce and meat all done, and well, fruit as well if that's included in produce. Pineapples, grapes, kiwis, oranges. We've got lettuce going on, blueberries. I need to get some more frozen blueberries actually, strawberries. We have a lot of fruit. And then meat, just literally chicken, bacon, medallions and mince. And that's literally the only meat sources we use throughout the week. And I'm also going to be introducing some Greek yogurt across the next week because that's a hack when it comes to fat loss. Just very tasty, but obviously extremely low calorie, high in protein, and mixed with whey protein, it's the bomb. So yeah, we're almost done here, and then we just need to go to Tesco. 90 quid spent in Aldi. So that means we have a tenner to spend in Tesco. What do you reckon? I don't think it's going to happen. We've still got to get Monster. We've still got to get... Yeah, still got to get a Monster, honey, Greek yogurt. Although, do you know what? I might actually not get Greek yogurt. Yeah, we'll show you what we got once we get back. All right, we're back, and we've also got the new Monster Ruby Red. I have no idea what flavour it's supposed to be though. But
some people have said that this tastes how they expected the strawberry dreams to taste.
Oh, it's strawberry kind of thing.
Is like, it's nice, but it's very subtle.
I see.
I think people think that this tastes more like strawberry dreams should be.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But the food shop is done. So ended up coming to 106 total. Not too bad. So just going to put this away and get meal 1 ready. All right, so meal number one is going to be oats, 50 grams, 60 grams of whey, 15 grams of almond butter, 7 grams of raisins, and 100 grams of berries. So today is a rest day, so that means my food is a little bit lower. 50 grams of oats today as opposed to 100 grams of oats that I have on my training days. It's my first meal for my pre-workout meal for my sessions in the morning. Today's total carbohydrates for my rest day is going to be just under 200 grams of carbs. So not too high, but again, it's only for my rest days. I don't really need as much food, right? So yesterday, I also went to Nando's for a birthday meal with my family. With my other meals for that day, I had pretty much no carbs to obviously allow myself to have that Nando's to celebrate my birthday. And this morning I actually woke up at 95.5, so I was lighter than what I was. But I'm not surprised, like I didn't have any carbs with any other meals. So yeah, we're going to get this down and then do some mobility and then get on with the work for the day. So first thing on the radar is going to be setting up this new client, which is always exciting. So yeah, going to get this in and then I'll see you in a little while. Just making my way through some check-ins, but look, I thought I'd do a taste test because this obviously I've never had this one before. And Bryony's mate just sent her a voice note saying that it's a mix between Rosa and a 7-Up. So let's give it a go. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, damn. Fantastic. That is really good. But because of how I feel today, I don't think I'm getting the maximum experience. Yeah, I can see what she means by Rosa, and a bit of 7-Up is very refreshing. This is really good. I'm going to have a couple of days to make a full-on assessment. But at the minute, I think Rosa is the best, to be honest with you. Then the White Monster. And then I think I like the green one third most. That's really good. But yeah, I'm going to need to have my throat feel good and not be so blocked up for me to actually get the full experience here. Right now, from whatever taste buds I have left, this is pretty decent. I am working through check-ins with clients at the minute, so right here. By the way, check out the the office. Got some new artwork for the office for my birthday, and ended up getting. I got a poster of Kobe behind me. There's a poster of Kobe down there, and then we got a poster of Stevie Wonder. We got a Pulp Fiction poster. We got what else did we get? What other posters did we get? I think that was it. I think it was just those three for the office. But yeah, the office is coming together nicely. There's still a few more things that I'd like. I'd like a bookshelf or something to hold trophies, medals, and also books. And maybe some writing, maybe some lettering, maybe like why not me? Like a why not me placard or something, I think would be pretty cool. And after this year, once we get the pro card, we're going to be putting that up there as well. So yeah, the office is coming along nicely. But yeah, check-ins, working through check-ins with clients. With my clients, I have one official check-in per week, unless they're in contest prep where there's then multiple check-ins across the week. And basically, I run through how your week has been with regards to your training, your food, your body weight, whether or not you're reaching your goals, and I'll send over a video to my clients, which basically looks like this. So we get a video like this. This is actually my client Graylin, and I'm sure if you're in the UK and you're watching this and you've had a coach, you probably experienced that a coach uses Loom, right? So basically just a video feedback tool where you can see my face in the corner and then you see the screen, and then I just go over things that we need to work on in the following week and things that we've done really well, and just always referring back to our timeline if we're on track. So yeah, working through these. This will be done within the next few minutes.
I've only literally got one more left to do. And then I'm going to be working on setting up this new guy who actually is coming from strongman, and he's looking to improve his physique now, which is cool. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
Guys, I am not feeling good here. I am feeling a little bit unwell. It's just gotten worse throughout the day, but we continue on. Hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a lot better. Hopefully it's just a bug for a couple of days or something. But for sure, taking time away from the gym. Be like 2 or 3 days away from the gym. But meal number 2 is going to be 3 whole eggs. We have 4 bacon medallions. Then we have 80 grams of grapes and 1 golden kiwi. Golden kiwis, tremendous. They're back in season. So picked a few of those up in the food shop. They're just great, juicy, sweet. Much better than normal kiwis. And this is going to be meal 2. So not a lot of carbs, only 20 grams of carbs from fruit, and then just protein and fats in the rest of the meal. But still tastes great because of the salt. This morning, just finished off the check-ins and also sent off an email for people that are subscribed to the Team Power email list, where I spoke about post-show, and linked the latest podcast that me and Adam done. Let me move this. We linked the latest podcast that Adam and I done, which was all to do with post-show. So if you want to watch that as well, hopefully I can add a card here, but if not, I'll put a link in the description for the podcast that we've done, episode 7. And yeah, I'm going to have this and then get back to setting up this new guy. As I said to you, a strong man who's looking to improve his physique. Also, quick plug here, if you are interested in working with me one-to-one with coaching, go to the description. It will take you to my Instagram. On my Instagram, there is a link for you to then message me on WhatsApp to arrange a call so we can discuss your goals, and I can go into the details of what entails with coaching, or what is involved in coaching, how much it is, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm super hungry, so I'm going to get this down. Okay, we're back. Meal number 3. Don't know if you can actually see that, in fact. Let's take this off, drop this down. Here you go. Come on, there you go. See that? Cool. So mince and rice, 150 grams cooked weight rice, which is just under 40 grams of carbs, 100 grams of broccoli with 250 grams of mince uncooked weight. It's like a hybrid of mince 5% and also stir fry strips, mince stir fry strips, same amount of fat, and then 25 grams of barbecue sauce. So, and then of course we have some more water. Just finished up with getting that new client set up, which is exciting. So he's been sent his introduction video and also his programming, and also boxed off quite a few steps as well. So throughout the rest of the day, I've only got 3,500 to do. So I'll probably do another 20 minutes of steps after this meal. And yeah, and then just a tiny bit of work left to do, and then we're pretty much done for the day. We'll likely just end up watching The Queen's Gambit with Bryony. That's what we've been watching on Netflix. And then I'm going to try and convince her to watch Clarkson's Farm once we finish watching that. So, yeah, but I thought I would basically add some value to you rather than me just showing you meals. One of the things that a lot of people have been recently saying to me is I look pretty much ready in terms of competing, that I look further ahead of schedule and whatnot, and I look super, super lean, and that I should enter earlier shows. And this is where I think people mistake how lean you need to get for a bodybuilding show, especially natural bodybuilding, and especially the level that natural bodybuilding is at right now. The biggest mistake that people make is, 1, underestimating how lean they need to get, and 2, alongside that comes with not giving themselves enough time. So people will start from positions that they have no business starting a competition prep from a body composition standpoint. They'll look 20 weeks out, at 12 weeks out, or 10 weeks out. And then they try and basically turbo their prep towards the end of the prep. So they'll get within 6 weeks, they're like, holy shit. Or your coach will be like, holy shit, way too fat. Let's turn on the jets. And the problem with doing that is you've already been dieting for 16 weeks. You're already feeling pretty tired. Your body is already pretty stressed. You're now just making it harder for your body to be responsive to losing body fat. Training is probably also going to get worse because you've just ramped up your rate of loss towards the back end of a prep. So you end up almost just getting this like flat, watery, look like you've almost lost tissue look on stage because you've rushed that last bit. So biggest advice for getting ready for your show is be ready early, because you can always give yourself more food. You can always drop off the amount of steps you're doing. You can always stop doing cardio. You can't make up for lost time. Cannot make up for lost time. Also, I think, and I touched on this on the podcast actually, I think with Adam, there's so much value in, like, if you get to like what somebody's typical 5 or 6 week out condition is at like 12 weeks out or 15 weeks out, there's merit to you holding that for a long period of time in terms of your mental. You get used to it. It becomes your new normal. So it might feel a bit tough initially getting into that condition, but then it becomes normal. It gets better. You just get used to it, right? You just sit in it. Whereas if you start rushing towards the end of your prep, at 4, 5, 6 weeks out, it's going to feel like hell on earth. And of course, this is not me saying, hey, look, like this is a way that you can avoid being uncomfortable during a contest prep, because if you're trying to get inside out peeled, you're not going to feel comfortable. Your body is basically dying, right? But the smartest way to do it, honestly, in my opinion, is be ready early. You need to separate yourself from people early on, and then slow down the rate of loss. Muscle retention is the most important thing. Obviously, being lean enough to show that muscle, but if you can't retain your muscle and somewhat decent performance in the gym, you're just going to look flat and watery, and the whole process will be rushed. So, I think that's really important to remember. Give yourself enough time. I really haven't got too much left to do. I've got 2 more meals left for the day. The next meal is going to be cream of rice. Final meal is a chicken salad. So pretty low, but very enjoyable food. So see you in a bit. Cool. So meal number 4 is going to be a cream of rice meal. So the meal we have, in fact, I'm going to make it and then show you what we got. So meal 4 is almost about 6 p.m. now. I'll have my last meal at about 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, just because I want to try and get an early night, because I'm not feeling too good. So, and I guess this kind of leads to a decent segue where if you're not feeling great, I feel like you should just not go to the gym. If I get the slightest inkling that I'm just kind of getting on well, I just won't train, to be honest with you. Hold on a minute. We can't be getting all that in this. That's crazy.
What do you mean? I'm just...
Yeah, there's way too much going on there. So yeah, I just wouldn't... That's a good thumbnail though.
For views.
For views. Take this video to 5k views. Just literally, I just wouldn't even go to the gym if you're unwell, to be honest. I wouldn't force it. Just take a few days off. She's looking for snacks. That's so funny. Looking around the house for snacks like this. She's got a little sweet jar in there. That's so funny. Right, this meal is going to be with... Could you please pass the dark chocolate?
Oh, I did this for you, by the way.
Oh, bless you.
Do you want it now?
No. I'll have it tomorrow, though. Just the dark chocolate and the fresh blueberries as well, please. There should be... Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So, yeah, we got 20 grams of dark chocolate with this meal. 90%. And then, thank you. And then we got blueberries, 100 grams. Cream of rice, we got 60 grams. And then 50 grams of whey with that as well. There you go. There's the meal. Meal number 4 of the day. And then I'm going to have the last one in about an hour and a half. Excuse the horrendous lighting, but final meal. We're going to be signing out here on the 5th and final meal of the day, which is going to be a chicken salad. Let me show you what I'm working with. So we have 250 grams raw weight chicken with 15 grams of almond butter, 125 grams of lettuce, and then 25 grams of sriracha. I'm telling you right now, the combination of sriracha and almond butter on chicken, bangs. Very, very good. But yeah, today has been a weird one because this video wasn't the original one that I wanted to get done. but obviously I had to end up getting it done, and then I ended up feeling ill throughout the day, and obviously decided I'm not going to be training for the next couple of days. Probably going to take 3 days maybe off of the gym, and just completely rest, make sure that I actually feel good, and just stay on rest day food. I guess it'll probably be a good opportunity to drop some more body fat, to be honest, on the rest day food as well. But yeah, and then we'll see where we're at once I'm heading back to the gym. But I mean, hopefully it's just a kind of 2 day thing, and I can get to normality quickly. But yeah, also the WMBF novice and first timers competition was today in the UK, which, yeah, always great to see the standard of, well, I'm going to be competing with the WMBF this year, but it's always just good to see the standard of the competitions that you're going to be competing in, and just the standard overall of the year with natural bodybuilding, and it just gets better every year. I've literally just seen the overall winner. He looks really, really good. I believe it was coached by Finn Kelly, so yeah, congratulations to him. He looked great. Yeah, the lighting at the show looked quite interesting. Didn't look too great, but regardless, congratulations to all the winners. And yeah, a very, very. It just makes you want to step on stage, right? When you're in prep and you just see shows continuously. But my time will come. We've got 7 weeks to go. Tomorrow is exactly 7 weeks out, and when you're watching this, I'll be exactly 7 weeks out. So yeah, I appreciate you watching the video. If you are not already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Every week there is a new video every single Sunday. We do not miss around here. And if you did like the video, like it. If you made it all the way to the end, I want you to leave a comment saying man flu. Say man flu in the comments if you watched all the way to the end. Other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week.